several years ago when they first opened this area, I was down here with some friends pretty much, I don't know, every other Friday night, give or take, as they were opening new stores and new restaurants. It was just kind of a thing to do. But COVID changed everything. Haven't really been here much since. I think I've been here maybe a total of 2, maybe 3 times. If you haven't seen this before, this is kind of cool. Kids love this one, although I'm not sure it's operating at the moment. It used to be that you would twist the wheel right here and it would pull water out of the spring and dump it into this little catch basin. But it looks like they've removed the wheel. But today we are revisiting Disney Springs on Memorial Day weekend 2025. Let's see just how crazy it can be when school is out and it's a holiday. Hey, join us today as we do just a little Splorin. One way or the other, I've been coming to this area since, well, one way or the other, I've been coming to this area since, well, before it was this area. Back in the day, Disney Springs was downtown Disney, or the Disney Marketplace. I started coming here in the late 70s, early 80s with my parents. None of this stuff right here was here. Disney's little indoor mall, very small indoor mall. Don't really spend a whole lot of time here. Never really have. Mainly expensive clothing, and I am not an expensive clothing kind of guy. Though I do have to say, I enjoy the architecture. I'm here with the kids today, which means we are going to start lunch right over here at Guy Fieri's Chicken Guy. When this place first opened, it was incredibly busy. It was mainly chicken tenders with like 30 different sauces. Since then, they have cut the menu back. Let's say cut it down to 15 sauces from the 30 that they had originally. Still popular, not as crazy busy as it used to be. We've actually picked one of these up in Winter Park, Florida too, outside the theme park. I didn't realize that this was a chain. I guess they've opened a few of them since then. This is the only one I've seen that seems to be all that busy, however. I'll show you the menu. A lot heavier on sandwiches and things than it used to be. It used to be almost entirely chicken tenders that they were pushing. Now they don't really make a huge deal out of it. Here's the sauces that are left. Candidly, I'm a little surprised it's not busier here, or at least we haven't seen it busier here, considering it is Memorial Day weekend. School is about to get out. It's a 3-day weekend. I expected it to be, swimming through people, but so far, strangely, so good. Never got one of these before, but this is the triple mint shake. This is not for me, so I'll have to let you know vicariously how it is. What do you think, Kate? Does it look good at least? Moment of truth. Is it good? Okay, so we have a winner. I just went with 5 tenders. I say just, like it's a small thing. Got the buffalo sauce, Nashville hot. I got some of the chipotle ranch and some of the honey mustard. I've done the honey mustard before, but the rest of them will be new. Okay, so the honey mustard is a winner. Nashville hot. Very chili forward. Not as smoky as most Nashville hots have been. Buffalo, theirs is not strict, simple buffalo, but very tangy. And chipotle ranch. It's okay, but super herby. Nothing I would get again. I would say that the Nashville hot is good. The chipotle ranch is okay. The buffalo is good, and the honey mustard, very tangy. Really good. Kind of letting the kids choose the itinerary for today. You said you want to go to the Coke store next? Right over there. Let's do it. Interesting. What is that? Like a little Coke keychain. Yeah, just break the top off. It'll be great. Oh, somebody put a pic over here. Easter egg? Kind of a weak one, but yes. Ooh. Did you find a Coke purse?
How do you open?
I think you... I don't know.
Screw you, Coke.
Apparently, yeah. No Coke for you. Remember what I said about it not being busy? I was entirely wrong. It's just busy in other places. What have you found here, Ian? A pocket straw. So you always have a straw in your pocket and a song in your heart. Ooh, I love me some Topo Chico. Look at this. Blueberry, tangerine. I don't see the lime flavored one. Up the bottom. These are good stuff. What is it? It's like Coke giraffe, huh?
Your face is little.
Interesting.
There's Coke mugs over there, and I see some of them are in the shape of cans.
Can-shaped Coke mugs. What is this world coming to? What do you got there?
Basketball.
Coke basketball?
Yeah, I think it bounces.
Let's go out to the lobby. Let's go out to the lobby. That's not the right thing. Why am I singing this song? They have a Coke bar up here where you can try all the different Coke products and some unusual ones and some alcoholic ones and things like that. We're going to get the kids all liquored up today.
What?
As we film this, the new live-action Lilo and Stitch movie is the #1 movie in the country, I believe, for the weekend. Yeah, this is... I don't think I've seen it as Stitch before. You can buy Stitch coffee or non-Stitch coffee. Oh, okay. Stitch donuts, Ohana horchata and coconut syrup, topped with whipped cream, blue sprinkles, and coconut shavings. So that's a lot of rice and coconut right there. And if you want rice and coconut and you want to drink it, now this might be the place for you. And as you can see from the AMC, they are really leaning very heavily into Lilo and Stitch this weekend. The fountain seems a little anticlimactic today, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, they have Nicholas Marks here at 6, 7, 8, and 9. That is amazing. Who's Nicholas Marks? He's the guy that's here at 6, 7, 8, and 9, obviously. The balloon is going today, which is sort of a rarity this late in the year. Usually in the summer we have storms coming left and right, and the balloon doesn't get up as often. They try not to take people up there when there's a good enough chance that they're going to come down real fast. Looks like they've got one of the Starbucks shut down right now. Now you'll just have to go to one of the other two. They have a signature candle store here, which is kind of funny because I believe there used to be like a cigar store over here. Maybe I'm confusing things. I don't think I've ever noticed how many different roof levels there are in this building. That is a lot of roof levels. Gloria Estefan has obviously been spending that conga money. Well, since the kids are in charge of the itinerary, I think we're going to go into M&M store. It doesn't smell good in here. I've been in here before, it smelled like chocolate. And there's definitely some chocolate smell in here, but there's something else, and I'm not liking it.
That's the smell of desire, my lady.
Very sickeningly musky. Almost like maybe they had some water. It smells like you're trying to cover up water and dampness.
Iced!
And patchouli, too. Which is, needless to say, not a great combination. Look at this. See these things? 2 of them for $30. That is probably a little more M&Ms than you would get in a king size, which I think costs about $2.30 at a 7-Eleven right now.
So if you buy one, that's $10. The other one is $20.
What, holy shit. Is that right?
I'm mathing these numbers.
Join us today as we do just a little mathing. Look at these prices. Small cup is $19.99, medium cup is $24.99, large is $29.99. When I say a cup, I mean like the type of cup that you would get on an airplane.
Who needs M&Ms when you can be mathing this?
M&M golf balls. You know, the funny thing about the M&M golf balls is they are cheaper to get 2 pounds of golf balls than it is to get 2 pounds of M&Ms. Vaya con Dios, M&Ms, you've been expensive. Actually, the best part of the spring so far today is when you walk in front of a door and you get about 1.5 seconds of air conditioning blasting out at you. Yeah, leaning really heavily into Lilo and Stitch.
Ohana means family.
Next stop is the Candy Cauldron. Today, it's all about the Goofy Glaciers, although it looks like they've changed them to Frozen Glaciers. Same thing, just a different name. Now that Katie's finished mathing it,
Oh,
what do we got?
Finishes mathing it.
Yeah, you never finish mathing it. We got a watermelon slushy, glacier, icy, frozen beverage, and you got a cookie, huh? Mickey cookie. Hers looks more refreshing. Yours looks more filling.
Might be delicious, huh?
It might be delicious.
Maybe delicious.
It might be delicious.
I'm embarrassed for having that.
Next stop is the Star Wars Galactic Outpost, or the Star Wars store, as most people refer to it. I've got a friend that's looking for something. It's a Disneyland 70th anniversary R2-D2. Probably won't have it here because that's the other coast, but it's worth taking a quick look, right? I know someone who has that. Ooh, I like this one. You get both your prequel version as well as your original and your sequel trilogy version. I also like the training set here with the Zappy block, as I called it when I was a small child. These days I refer to it as a Zappy thingy. I feel like if they had it, this is where they would have that limited edition R2, but I am not seeing it, so didn't expect it, but it would have been a nice surprise. I feel like I'm in a clown car, which is, I think, our cue to leave. I think there's like 4 people up there on the balloon at the moment. Definitely not a full balloon this time. Looks like we might have some inclement weather moving in, which is not exactly out of the ordinary for this time of year. Usually, come late June through early July, we start getting thunderstorms quite literally every day between the hours of 2 o'clock and 3:30. We're not that far into the year yet, but we are certainly floating on the edge of that. Look at those happy folks. Fun fact, T-Rex, owned by the same people who own the Amazon Cafe. Also, almost exactly the same food and menu, just different names for the items. So if you're in town and you want to experience both of them for the animatronics, knock yourself out. But if you want to try the food at both of them, it's the same thing. I think the last place we're going to stop today is the World of Disney, which I believe, unless something has changed, is the world's largest collection of Disney merchandise, certainly the largest Disney store under one roof. This building used to be very, very different when I first moved down here, broken into almost look like multiple stores that just connected, but now it's just one very large room. It's still not large enough for the crowds that we have today, however. It is packed. I was so very wrong about the crowds today. Now, I am part of the crowd, so I am just as responsible for the mess as anyone else. And yet here we are. And Kate is debating whether or not she wants to buy some new Crocs. Hers are falling apart on her. But the question is whether she wants Crocs or flip-flops or some other such. Looking at these ones today then. Because you're such an Eeyore fan, or just because they're here? That will work too. You heard it here first, folks. They're cute. So throw blankets. These are like the blankets you'd put on your couch. Are you looking for that kind of blanket or the bed blanket?
Like, I use these type of blankets sometimes to put on the edge of my bed.
Gotcha. This is like a decorative blanket. Do you want something that you'll actually put on you?
No, I like it.
Decorative. Gotcha. Okay. This is the throw plaid manta blanket. I don't know what that is.
It sounds pricey to know what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure it is spicy. Of course, that's also an $85 blanket, so the blanket will stay here today. All right, these are blankets, and these are a little bit more economical, $35 as opposed to $80, or probably more for some of them. Or those are towels. Towels are like blankets, sort of, for wet people. Kate has, however, narrowed her view down onto some actual throw blankets.
$70.
$70, so they're a little bit less expensive.
That was the same price as that one.
Or that. I have no clue what is going on over here, but every like 5 or 6, oh, you step in the square over here. Huh. Well, from the 102 degree weather and 87% humidity of Disney Springs, I think that's going to wrap it up for us on the Kid Day here at Disney Springs. Hey, if you enjoyed what you saw, step in the square, give it a big old thumbs up, slam that subscribe button, tell your friends, write your name on a piece of paper. What's that?
I think it might be limited.
Limited. What's limited? The square, it's limited.
All right, that's bad. Okay. All right, important safety tip. Thanks, Egan.
You can be limited too. And when you join us next time, as we do just a...
As we do just a little mathical.
Just a little mathical.
The cool of time. Oh, here we go.